one thing that Richard never stopped doing was innovating.
I mean, he's on top of everything.
He's one of a kind. That guy's a gem. You talk about people with superpowers, that guy's got a superpower. His superpower is listening.
He's someone who's very sharp, very smart.
Extremely honest and hardworking.
His kindness, his firmness, and his care.
Always helping instead of selling.
Partly because he's just been a mentor. He's always been there.
Richard Betts, man, that'll make me smile.
One day that Richard called me not too long ago and he goes, "Christina, I have good news for you. You will be receiving $80,000. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Where?
He doesn't stop looking forward, so who knows where we'll end up.
He has never stopped innovating and never stopped pushing all of the employees.
And he gives it to you straight, which I really love. He doesn't really pull any punches. He tells you exactly what it is you need to hear, whether you want to hear it or not, and I really appreciate that.
Richard has always been there every step of the way, kind of looking over my shoulder, questioning, pushing.
Just always there and it's not just for me. I know he's the same way with our entire community.
Years ago, somebody walked into his office with a problem, and he made a choice to solve that problem, and that's been the core of the business ever since.
You have been an incredible mentor, friend, supporter, and cheerleader. It's been a pleasure to work alongside you and to help lead this company into the next generation of leaders.
The nice thing with Richard is he's a constellation around really interesting and capable, competent, caring people.
There's a lot to admire about the way Richard has run ASAP and in some ways run this community.
It's really through our work together on the hospital board that I've gotten to see him in a different light and see his leadership and helping the hospital through this giant transition.
And I just want to say thank you for creating a team of people and the resources and the village, if you will, to not only support and raise Wagner Custom Skis, but also so many other businesses around Telluride in the state of Colorado. So thank you.
Much of my success I would point to Richard.
I feel happy to see him happy in that regard.
You know, here I am 21 years later, and I just recently sold the business. And, you know, Richard really was very involved in every single step of the way.
It's meant the world to me to have had the chance to meet you and to have such a strong place in my life. So thank you, Richard.
So I feel a kindness from him and wholesomeness and truthfulness.
I feel like Richard, as much as part of the foundation, is as a part of the ASAP.
You were there every step of the way, so I am truly grateful for all the mentorship that you gave me, all the time you gave me, all the advice you've given me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sounds like he's trying to retire. That's not, I'm not going to sign off on that.
And I'll never forget, I went to a sales training in Las Vegas. Richard, as you know, loves fashion, and you know, he would go into these stores and feel the material and kind of walk the walk with the sales receptionists, and it would just be highly entertaining to see him interact and to be able to kind of put himself in a zone of somebody else's shoes. He's able to do that here at work, from client to going to Vegas and talking to somebody about cashmere. Let's go get some cash. I gotta get me some hip pocket whip out.